I just finished my first ever Pokemon Randomizer, and it was amazing. I played on Pokemon firered, but before we start the recap, let's see the options that were randomized. Pokemon types were randomized, and always dual types. The evolutions follow their base Pokemon. Move types were fully randomized, as well as fully compatible with every Pokemon. Field Pokemons, random encounters, trainers, and bosses. The game center and traded Pokemons were also randomized. The shops, field items, and held items were fully randomized, which caused a problem with Pokemons needing stones to evolve. No game-breaking moves and legendaries were not allowed early. I believe the Pokemon stats and the key items were not randomized, as well as the move's power. With that, let's begin. As is tradition, we name ourselves, and of course, the rival has to be bitch. We got our PC item and go to get our starter Pokemon. We had a choice between Paris, Poliwag, and Mara. Chad decided we go for Paris, which we named Paris. His typing is Ghost and Steel, which I realized near the end of the playthrough is actually extremely strong in Fire Red. We fight and easily defeat the bitch, not even close. We get the Parcel, the Pokedex, and we finally get to capturing some Pokemon. First capture is Surskit, which we name Mumbo, and he stays with us until the end. Same with Paris, by the way. We also capture a Wynot, which we name Ryan, and a Whismur called Whisper. Then we got a Shelder, which is bad, but it came with a lucky egg. Very important since we want one on each of our Pokemon. Next is Nidoran female named Benlina. Slugma is also part of our animal team. We also catch a Nincada called Cicada. I never said I was imaginative with name. We begin grinding our Pokemons to level 7. We also get a Wingull, Electrike, and Makuhita that we name Punchy. After we get all our mons to level 7, we fight Bitch again. He uses Raticate and Marill. Marill managed to take out Mumbo, but we easily win against him. We go to Viridian Forest, catch a Ralts for research purposes, and encounter a level 6 fucking Dragonite. Who is that bug catcher? Seriously. We get past the forest with no issue and make it to the first gym. Brock turns out to be very strong with his Medicham. I'm actually scared I'm losing here. Luckily, Paris is unaffected by Medicham's moves, so I can slowly take him down. Electro comes next, and he resists our Ghost type, DZ Punch. Paris faints like a Hilton. That's when Seagull comes out and manages to barely win against our foe. Brock gives me TM39, which is Leer. Great. By the way, all the TMs given by the gym leaders are absolute trash. We go towards Mount Moon, but while battling trainers, Benlina evolves into Feraligatr. The typing isn't great, flying grass, but a third stage evolution is going to carry us early game. We meet a second Dragonite, level 14, and he's no pushover, but we take him down. Finally make it to Mount Moon, which went without much trouble. We had to go heal often, but nothing major happened, except we picked our Lord Helix on the way, all hail, and we finally make it to Cerulean City. We meet the little bitch again, and he has a team of Trapinch, Igglybuff, which is very strong against our team, Ponyta, and Snorunt. This was a close fight, but we're fine. The Golden Bridge is a joke, and so are all the trainers north of town. We save Bill, and it's water gym time. Misty waits for us with a Blastoise. I was not ready for that, but he goes down. She then switched to Arcanine. Paris came in to save the day. Arcanine got scared, and Blastoise comes out, but Paris takes both of them out. We then went toward Vermilion City, get the bike voucher, and get the best item in the game, the bike. While fighting trainers, Paris evolved into Kabuto, which means another evolution at level 40, and Mumbo evolves into Cascoon. We got our first roadblock here. We fight a Metagross, who is Steel type, and then my Streamer Brain hit. I used Fire Blast against it, and he was immune, but that's because Fire Blast is poison, and I panicked. To be fair, that Metagross Mist Ball was super effective against most of my team, and super strong as well. My Pokemon were also weak at the start of the fight. It's okay, we got Ride back and we defeated him, but he took a lot of my Pokemon out. That guy was no joke. After the fight, Mumbo evolved into Linoon. Let's fucking go. We cleared all the trainers around town, and then we get into the SSN. No Mew under the truck though. The SSN was a bit long, but overall easy. While fighting the trainers, Punchy evolved into Swalot. Now it's time for Prehemo to smack a bitch. He has a Silcoon, Ladybug, Igglybuff, and Ralts. No worries here, Mumbo cleared them all easy. We got HM Cut, and it's time for Lieutenant Surge. He brings Smoochum first, and he goes down in one hit. Exploud was much more of a threat, and his final Pokemon, Carvana, wasn't much to talk about. Third Magic Y. We then go get Flash and go towards Rock Tunnel. That's when I learned that Slacking did not have Truant. That thing's a menace. And nothing much happened in there except we found a Master Ball, which I didn't use until the end for a level 10 Bagon. We managed to make it to Lavender Town, Creepypasta City, with 2 Pokemons left alive. We decided to go kick a bitch when he's down. He now has the Pornamon, God of War, Girafarig, who managed to defeat Mumbo, but I sent Benlina to finish it, as well as Cubone, Igglybuff, and Smeargle. After that, we go south to fight the trainers until we get to Snorlax, and then towards Celadon City. Once there, we get into the game corner and easily take out everyone in there. While in there, Paris evolved at level 40 into Parasect. This whole line was just Paris to Parasect with an extra step. What the fuck, game? Erica is next on my list, and it went way too easily. As is usual for Erica, she starts with Heracross, Sunkern, and then Manectric. I started the fight with Mumbo, but Paris finished the job. We got a Spinnerack in the second stream, and she was 2 levels from Evolvulating, so we finally got her the levels to Evolvulate. Spinnerack became Chansey, a Water Dragon type, which is extremely powerful in Fire Red. She got promoted from HM Mule to full-time roster. We then went into Creepypasta Tower. Everything went without a hitch there. The Marowak Ghost was replaced with a Magneton. We got a Pokeflute, and we went south to the first Snorlax, which was a Whale Lord. I killed him. I fought as many trainers as I could there until Chansey fainted. I wanted to get her to the move forgetter guy, so we removed the HMs from her, and Seagull became the new HM Mule. He's a Scyther now, by the way, but that doesn't matter. After that, I went into the Safari Zone, caught a few Pokemon, got the Gold Tooth and the HM. We gave the Gold Tooth, and then we tried Koga's gym a bit early. Koga was waiting for us with Artillery, Alakazam, which defeated us. So we went back with full HP Pokemons this time, because Alakazam has a multi-hit move, which is super effective and can 3-shot a Pokemon. It was a grass Pokemon, by the way, so we took him out with Surf. Now he comes with Hitmonchan, and finally Heracross, and we got our 5th match. After that, I do the East and West Side trainers, and one of the bikers decided to have a Celebi, by the way, and he's not the only trainer to do so. So we finished that, and then we went to Saffron City and went into the Fighting Dojo, where we picked Victory Bell. Now it's time to free Silph from Team Rocket. Everything here was too easy except for the maze. I got lost so bad. Anyway, it's bitchin' time. This time it starts with Raticate, Cacturn, another Raticate, Executor, and Grumpig. Punchy just handled the whole team by himself. The Lapras guy ended up giving us Zapdos with a topping of Psychic Dark. Finally, we easily defeated Giovanni, but everybody calls him Giorgio. Punchy and Chansey won it for us, while Benlina fainted. While we defeated the trainers to get to Sabrina, Chansey evolved, and I lost my best Pokemon, and it became Miss Drevis, which is a horrible flying ghost type. Back to HM Mule for this one. Okay, Sabrina time. She starts with Murkrow, Slacking, who defeated Miss Drevis. Punchy took care of Slacking. Then she used Furret, and finally Armaldo, who all got one-shotted by Punchy. After this, it was time to go to Seafoam Island from Fuchsia City. While offline, I fished out a Blissey named Mommy and grunted it from level 15 to 50, so it keeps up with the rest of the team. And I kept my great typing from Chansey, minus the damage though. This is very underwhelming, but I have a wall Pokemon, right? Seafoam Island went pretty fast. Articuno turned out to be a Latias, the first of many. After that, I flew to Pallet Town and went towards Cinnabar to also finish the west side of Seafoam. Our Lord Helix turned out to be a Spinda, whatever. We then go get the key in Dimension and make our way towards Blaine. Blaine's team is composed of Politoed, Raticate, Lapras, which were easily defeated by Benlina. Ursaring defeated our Benlina, but then Paris came out and defeated the last Pokemon. 7 badge acquired. We then go to the power plant to see who Zapdos is. Turns out it was Aggron, and I killed him by mistake. We then proceed to the Sevi Island quest. Nothing major here. We easily defeated the trainers and met not 1, not 2, but 3 trainers with Latias. The theories were true. Ash got really busy with Latias. Anyway, we make our way to Moltres, and it turns out to be a Swampert, who is grass and bug type, though we don't use it. And we go save the little girl from Hypno, who turned out to be a Steelix. Back to Kanto, and we head to the Viridian Gym. One of the trainers had a Celebi, cool, but now we face Giorgio. He starts with Venusaur, which Benlina easily dispatches. Salamence suffers the same fate. Sableye defeated Benlina and our 6 HP Mumbo. Mummy comes out and defeats Sableye. Armaldo is next, and Mummy can't defeat him. But she won't lose to him either, so we swap to Paris and easily defeat him. Noctowl is last and just died against Paris. Now we move out to Bitch Road to beat a bitch like a bitch. He starts with Lulz, easy one-shot. Then Grumpig was a bit tougher, but Benlina wasn't dealing enough damage, so Paris comes out and easily take Grumpig out. Benlina comes back out against Girafarig, and she defeats it, and Snorlax and Linoon were easily defeated by Benlina. Finally, Ampharos defeats Benlina, but with half HP left against my whole team, Mumbo comes out and finished the job. There was way too many Benlinas in a row here. Now it's on to Victory Road. Nothing much happens at Victory Road, just like every dungeon we get through, but we almost won it out. I had to revive and heal 2 Pokemons, and finally we are here. The Elite Four. We stack up on full restores and revives, then we enter Lorelai's arena. Before the fight, I removed the lucky eggs for different helpful items, and we challenge her. I set Paris out first, and Lorelai uses Mentine. The latter easily goes down. Next is Arbok, who Paris defeats, but she's hurt and burned. So I switch out to Punchy, which is lucky because she uses Alakazam, and he's weak to fire. Easy one-shot with Surf. Kecleon on his neck, and he's the usual pushover. Last is Dodrio, and I swap to Mumbo, and he easily defeats the bird with the water move Slud. First victory achieved. The second fight against Bruno was the hardest I've ever had. He came in with MVP. Paris is still Tangela out first, and he uses Kingler. Mr. Krabs managed to defeat my Hilton Girl, so I bring Punchy out to defeat it. Next is Tangela, and I know it's Ice, because Hail does nothing, so easy one-shot with Surf. Then another Tangela follows, but the result is the same. The next Pokemon is Kangaskhan, and he one-shots Punchy. This is bad. I use Benlina next, and defeat the beast. The last Pokemon is Fortress, and this one is a beast. It takes out Benlina and Mumbo, but luckily Mommy came in clutch with the win. I was ready to revive and heal some Pokemons here. The third Pokemon Master, Agatha, surprised me. First, Regirock came out and eliminated Paris. I sent Punchy next to take him out, but not before losing half its HP. Ledian was next and was very easy. This one sucks in any mode. I gotta send Medicham next, and I switch to Benlina, who easily wins the duel. Muck comes out next, and I go back to Punchy, but he loses. So Benlina comes out and dispatches the sewer Pokemon. Last is Volbeat, so I sent Mumbo against it for an easy one-shot and claim the victory. The last of the Elite Four, Lance, is next. I keep Paris out first, and he keeps Aggron. Paris has no effective move, so I switch to Punchy, who loses half its HP instant. A Punchy one-shots Aggron, Quagsire, then two-shots Nidoking, and one-shots Alakazam. The last Pokemon is Blissey, so I switch to Paris. Blissey is only weak to Dragon moves, and Paris has Swift and Thunder Punch. Both Dragon moves, and he easily wins the fight. I heal my Pokemons and head out to kick that bitch-ass one last time. This time, Punchy is out first against Pelipper. The bitch decides to switch to Ampharos, and it destroys my Punch. I decide to go with Mumbo and easily defeat the yellow Pokemon. Persian comes out, but he does nothing. Beautifly and Pidgeot are easily defeated by Mumbo as well. Then bitch decided to use his evolved starter Pokemon, Grumpy. I take my own starter out, Paris, and dispatch it with the ghost move, Teasy Punch. Only one Pokemon left, and it's Pelipper. I still have 5 Pokemon, so I'm not worried here. He only uses Submission and gets hit with Recall, while I use Dizzy Punch and easily claim victory. We finally did it, and we get our team into the Hall of Fame. But we're not done yet. We go to the Savvy Islands, do the boring part with the last of Team Rocket. Then we get the Cerulean Cave open, and we make our way to see who takes Mewtwo's place. Fucking slack. Well, that was worth the effort. His typing's not great, but he doesn't have the Truant ability, so he's actually very strong. It's just disappointing though. And that was it for my first ever randomizer. I had a lot of fun, especially with the Pokemon and move types randomized. That kept me on the edge the whole game. I did not remember much except for the fact that Shedinja was grass. I'm definitely going to do another one, maybe in November or December of this year with Pokemon Soul Silver, and maybe early in 2026 with Omega Ruby. The next one won't have the shops randomized because I lost access to evolution stones. That was a problem. I wanted to see more evolutions. Like I said, I had a great time. I'm mainly a randomizer channel at this moment. With Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I have Resident Evil 4 coming in October. I also do Super Mario randomizers as well. I also have Silk Song to play. First playthroughs with Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Tormented Souls. Platformers and Souls-like are what I really enjoy also. So we got stuff to get around, right? So you can look forward to all that. But that's gonna be it for my recap of my Pokemon Fire Red randomizer. And that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I wish you a slime-tastic rest of your day, and I hope to see you in the next one.